Hello folks, Jim here with a very simple video because I've been stupid busy with home projects. Today, I'm talking over some stock video because it saves me hours of work, and I want to discuss the new Star Citizen ship announcement, the Consolidated Outland Pioneer. I get the feeling that the Pioneer won't really be a game changer unless it's like the flagship for the game mechanic that will be brought to a wider range of players on a smaller scale. For example, if MISC makes a Starfarer-sized base delivery ship, something like that might do the trick. For now, I'm going to wish in one hand, piss in the other, and see which fills up first. With Star Citizen, the wishing hand actually fills up about 30% of the time, so this isn't as dismal a prospect as it may sound, though you should still wash your hands after regardless of the outcome. It remains to be seen whether or not the Pioneer will be common enough in the game to allow the average player to use its services, or whether it will be a common enough ship to affect the average player even in a butterfly effect sort of way. But we can certainly take a look at how something like this would be useful if it turns out to be common enough to matter. So, assuming the Pioneer actually works, how will it set up camp? Will it mass-produce prefab structures from local materials? That would be really neat and very much in keeping with the Pioneer spirit, at least the Pioneer spirit that I learned from Michael Landon. Perhaps it has some limited mining and fabrication equipment on board that will allow it to process materials and build structures. That would basically be like combining the Orion mining mechanic with the Crucible's repair mechanic, and that would be very cool. Or does it carry prefab structures into the wild, leaving behind a mobile base camp that allows it to operate for extended periods in deep space while it fills its now empty hold with goodies? Or does it follow others into the black to drop off affordable housing on distant worlds for a tidy fee? Honestly, I'd be happy with any combination of the three, as long as it's common enough for the average player to access, even as an end game kind of feature. And while I could be wrong, I do think this is the general direction that the ship will take. Now for the question that really interests me. What advantage will we gain from having a mobile base? Since Star Citizen play is intended to be scaled for solo, group, and large organization operations, I think it would be best to see what each type of player has to gain from mobile habitation beyond the cool factor involved in dropping a house on another planet. Let's start with solo players and work our way up. I suspect there will be a lot of people, like me, who choose to play solo because the massive scale of Star Citizen will make grouping with friends for a quick game difficult. I'm not asking my brother to travel 5 hours round trip, which is about how long it would take to cross 10 systems at 15 minutes per system, just to play in my general area for an hour or two before heading home. So I'll probably go it alone, despite the fact that I'm starting the game with a large multi-crew ship. It would take me even longer to head back in my big, slow fuel tanker, so why not have a base of operations to house my smaller, faster ships on the fringes of known space, while I stash my big, slow ships in a hangar near populated systems where they can see the most use. I can absolutely see myself paying another player to drop off a prefab base that allows me to store fuel, supplies, research equipment, data, or raw materials collected in the field so I can leave my big ships at home for group play. Even if you don't have a big ship waiting for you in populated space, if having a forward base delivered costs significantly less than buying a large multi-crew ship, it may be a good idea to have a base delivered to your general location. The advantages of having fuel storage, hygiene and food prep facilities, a bed, a lab, or anything else that you might need delivered to a distant location make solo exploration much more reasonable with ships like the supremely awesome Mustang Beta camper van, the 315P, or the Terrapin. And remember, creature comforts like regular meals, bathing, and sleeping accommodations will be more than role-playing opportunities. If you are out and about in a Hornet Ghost, you might be in for trouble. Flying groggy is supposed to have a negative impact on stamina and blackout mechanics. Being underfed may do the same. Needing a bath will likely cause a negative response from NPCs that you may come across in your travels. And the benefits of mobile research equipment and storage should be pretty obvious. Allowing for the possibility of mobile bases opens up plenty of gameplay opportunities for solo players. But it does even more to benefit groups. So, if you want decent fighters to escort your Carrack, are you planning to drag a Starfarer to the depths of unknown space to refuel them every time you go out? What about small-scale pirating? Do you really intend to store your loot someplace with an actual address? Or maybe you want to stash it in your rented room at your favorite wretched hive of scum and villainy. I'm sure your rivals will be respectful of your personal space. Or maybe your buddies are hauling a load of minerals back in their Freelancer Max while you do a little more prospecting. Where are you going to stash your ore while they're gone? A prefab unit could solve all of these problems. And you can pretty much apply everything I've already said to large organizations without taxing your brain too much. So I'll just point out that galactic domination will be more fun for large organizations if they can put down roots on the planets they dominate. And what about the locations that you can populate? Will there be vacuum-ready units for asteroid colonization? What about specially shielded units for dangerous radiation levels, meteorite impact, or high-pressure environments? Will holographic tigers come standard? I don't know, but I'm eager to find out. As far as I can tell, the only real limitation to the possibilities are those imposed by CIG. Let's hope they know what they're doing with this purportedly game-changing ship. And that's all I have for now. So it's back to the salt mines with me. I'm currently cleaning up raccoon poop and tearing down a building. Hopefully I'll survive another week to report on the Pioneer and CitizenCon next week. If I don't, thanks very much to everybody for watching, and I will see you if I don't keel over and die.